Hello and welcome. If you're new here, do me a huge favor, click that subscribe button down below for content like this and many more. For all your current subscribers, thank you for watching, for liking and sharing my videos. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Now, what do I have next to me? This is the 2025 Lexus ES350 with a V6 engine. That's right. It's very rare to find vehicles nowadays, especially in the luxury segment, with a naturally aspirated V6, which makes 302 horsepower and 267 pounds-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic. I'm gonna talk about it, review it, go over all the specs and features. But before I go, I wanna give a big thank you to Lexus of Mount Kisco in Mount Kisco, New York. They loaned me this Lexus ES350 for me to review and film for you guys. If you're in the market for a Lexus, make sure to stop by. Say hello to the friendly folks at Lexus of Mount Kisco in New York. Stay tuned, that's coming up next. Okay, let's start the review of the 2025 Lexus ES350. This is a front-wheel drive vehicle. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it has a naturally aspirated V6, making 302 horsepower and 267 pounds-feet of torque. Made it to an 8-speed automatic. Lexus announced earlier in the year a brand spanking new ES. All new. It's going to be there's going to be an electric version and a hybrid version coming in 2026. So, but I want to get my hands on this one before it goes away for you guys. All right, let's talk about the design. This is one of the best vehicles Lexus makes to date, especially because of that buttery smooth V6. That V6 is absolutely flawless. You don't feel anything. Super quiet. The transmission is also very smooth because it's been around for a very long time. And if you guys know Toyota and Lexus, they are a very conservative company, and they work on the if it ain't broke, don't fix it motif. And up front, of course, this vehicle does have Lexus's famous spindle grille. My tester has the front parking sensors, as you guys can see in the front. Behind this giant Lexus emblem lives a radar, which works in combination with the camera on the windshield. And up front, the headlights are traditional LEDs. They're just low beam, high and low LED. And this is what the key looks like. So incandescent turn signals in this particular model, but you can get the triple beam optional LEDs headlights on the F Sport models and on the luxury trims. But this Nike swoosh thing is the daytime running light. So if I lock, wait, let me just see if I could do this on camera real quick. So I can lock 1, 2, and 3 and hold it for a couple of seconds, and yep, it does work. So built-in remote start, and there you go. The car turns on and you hear that buttery smooth V6, which you could barely hear it running. But let me shut it off for the sake of my video so I can film. Going around this color, actually let me see what it's called before I don't want to give the wrong name, but this is what the window sticker is. This color is called Cloudburst Gray. The interior is fully black synthetic leather, heated and cooled front seats. My tester is about $48,344. It is basically the base model. So, but you get it, just because it's base doesn't mean you're not getting a lot. EPA is 25 combined, 22 city and 32 highway. It does have eco mode, which we'll go over in the interior section. But now that we're on the side, my tester is sitting on Michelin Energy tires wrapped in 255 45 18-inch wheels. And let's continue the review of this magnificent vehicle. And actually, you know what, let me open the sorry about that, I'm all over the place, but let me open the hood, because like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, a V6 engine in a modern day vehicle is very rare, luxury or not, but here it is. The legendary 2GR FE. Oh, excuse me. This one is a 2GR FKS. So it's a very legendary engine. It's in the ES350. It's in here. It used to be in the RX. Sadly, no more. But tried and true powertrain. It will never let you down. It runs forever, pretty much. If you keep this vehicle past the warranty period, it's never gonna let you down. And also an easy car to work on too. Obviously, you got your little beauty cover here. Nothing crazy in terms of maintenance. Everything is easy to get to if you decide to keep this car. But let's continue walking around this car. And it's a very stealthy car. It's not gonna scream, look at me. It's not gonna be a very showy vehicle. It flies under the radar. It does have very swoopy lines. The mirrors are also power folding, and it does have integrated sensors. So you could just press this button here, and you can see the mirrors fold in, and the car locks. And to unlock it, you just put your hand on the door handle like so, and actually on all four doors, not just the front. So you could do that in the back door as well, and the vehicle locks and unlocks as well. So, and overall, the ES is one of the originator. This vehicle has been around since the beginning, since 1989 when Lexus came out. It was both the Lexus LS and the Lexus ES. At the time, it was called ES350 because it had a 2.5 liter V6. And true to its name, this one has a 3.5 liter V6. This is why it's called 350. In the back, you have combination taillights. So you do have LED brake light and tail light, and LED turn signals in the rear in this particular model, but not LED, not in the front. You do have, of course, your standard backup camera. It lives right here. You do have parking sensors and nicely integrated exhaust, as you guys can see, built into the bumper. Nicely done. And while we're back here, let's take a look at the trunk. This trunk is not manual. I mean, it's not power, but it is a manual operated trunk. Excuse me for the background noise. I am filming at Mount Kisco Lexus, like I mentioned, so a lot of noises. But this is a very, very large trunk. I will insert the numbers, the cubic inches in the video so you guys can see, but it is a very big trunk. You do have a pass-through there. I don't believe these seats fold down in typical Lexus fashion. I don't think they do. No, they do not. But you do have a lot of space in here. A very wide opening trunk. This being, I mean, the dealer, so all the optional. You got the all weather mats and floor mats in here. They're all in here. Nice little pull handle in here. And that's pretty much it. On the outside, it does have, of course, the shark fin antenna. It does have a standard size sunroof, but let's step inside the 2025 Lexus ES350. Let's go over the tech, the luxury features, and then we go for a quick and short drive. Stay tuned for that. Okay, let's step inside the 2025 Lexus ES350. And just because this is the base model, Lexus does not skimp on fit and finish and materials. You do have, of course, synthetic leather on the door panels. You have 3-position memory for 3 drivers, which will remember the mirror, the steering wheel, and the seat. So fit and finish, of course, is excellent. This model does have power folding mirrors, like I mentioned. So it does, you could make it auto, and it will, of course, automatically all fold in. All 4 windows are automatic up and down. You have a very tiny pocket in the trunk. I mean, excuse me, door panel pocket. This one, because it's the base model, it does have, like I mentioned, it does have synthetic leather. So it doesn't have the fancier leather. You have to get the luxury model for that in order to get the luxury model. I mean, in order to get premium leather, but nonetheless, you still get full power seats, and you have 2-way lumbar support right here. And let's step inside this Lexus ES350, and this is a very nice place to be. You know, in typical Lexus fashion, they're not skimping on fit and finish and materials just because it's the base model, like I said. And let me just turn it on and turn on that buttery smooth V6. You do get the animation here, And let me turn on the air conditioner because it is a little toasty today. In front of me, there is a LCD instrument cluster. As you guys can see, the combination LCD and real physical needles. So on the right side, you have the coolant temperature and the gas gauge, and then everything else is a little screen that you can, of course, control with this button here on the steering wheel. And super easy. You got things like the audio controls, you have a compass, information screen, MPG, and it looks like whoever was driving this was getting 22.3 miles per gallon, as you guys can see. And right now, with the amount of gas that it has, 234 miles, and super convenient, super easy again to use. And up here, these are the drive mode selectors. So you have sport, normal, and eco. So right now is in normal. If you go to sport, you see the gauges turn and they change a little bit. And throttle responding, steering wheel gets adjusted for more sportier driving. If you click it, it goes back to normal. And then eco, as you guys can see, you see a little bit of blue light activated there for eco driving. This is the traction control on and off button right there. And the steering wheel is nicely padded, you know, decent sized steering wheel. You know, I don't believe this one is, oh, it is heated, excuse me. Yes, so it is a heated steering wheel. There, let me turn the light on so you guys can see. Let me move the shift out of the way. So here you got the controls for both the heated and cool seats, two-stage heating steering wheel, but you can set everything to auto, and it will automatically turn it on and off based on the climate control, which we'll go over in a second. Heated and cool passenger front seat as well. Dual zone climate control, because of course it is, because it is a Lexus. I like the fact that it is a traditional shifter, no weird push button weirdness, just tried and true regular shifter. Park, drive, side, you got manual mode, and you can shift the 8-speed automatic up and down if you want sportier driving. Auto brake holders right here, and here's you have your little wireless charger, a decent size cup holders right there. Like I mentioned outside of the video, you do have a standard size sunroof with a manual sunshade. It works fine. It's, of course, you could tilt it, you can open it, everything is one touch. You just touch it and it opens like so. Typical Lexus, nothing outrageous in terms of size. On the infotainment side, this one is the standard 8-inch infotainment screen using Lexus's latest infotainment system. So this does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, both wireless, but it does have its own native navigation that you have to get it going. Obviously, this is a dealership car, so I'm not gonna activate it here, but you do have vehicle controls, you have climate control here, but you don't have to use it on the screen. You could just use it here externally. You could do the ICE or eco mode, Bluetooth settings right here, vehicle settings. Obviously, you can set up everything here once you buy this car. I do like the nice little analog clock, which you don't see that too often. Moving up, the mirror is an auto dimming mirror with built-in home link. And these are the controls. Let me turn the light on. These are the controls for the sunroof. You have the SOS button here. This activates the lights. So when you open the door, it turns on the lights with the door. Regular sun visors here. Moving back, excuse me that I'm jumping all over the place, but moving back to the steering wheel, excuse me. On the left hand side, you have controls for that LCD screen, and you have, this is the back button, phone pick up and hang up, voice command button right here, volume up and down. And on the left side, you have controls for the cruise control. So here you have the cruise control controls right here. So you can set the distance, resume, set the speed, turn it on and off, cancel mode for the infotainment system. Oh, and also the upgraded screen is a 12.3-inch display, which basically takes over the whole screen. It's a little larger. This one is 8-inch, and to be honest, 8-inch is sufficient. No need to go for the giant screen if you don't have to. Wipers are fully automatic, so you can set the wipers to automatic. They're of course rain sensing, so if it starts detecting moisture, it'll start working immediately. This, I don't know if it's real wood, but it does feel like real wood. I'm gonna say it is, but feels very nice, and you have it all over the dashboard, and it goes completely around, which is nice on all 4 doors. And moving over to the center console, you have this little trick opening console. You have 2 USB-C charging ports, and you have a traditional cigarette style outlet right here. And that door opens the other way as well, which is nice. And you still have a traditional, of course, glove box right there to, of course, put in all your items right there. And that is pretty much it. Oh, and I'm 5'8". I fit fine in this seat. This seat is very, very comfortable. You know, 5'8", I feel fine. So let's hop into the back seats, take a look at the back seats, and then we go for a quick drive. Oh, and before we go, in case you're wondering, where the start button is right here, and then right below it is the automatic parking brake right there to turn it on and off and release it if you want to do so. And fuel door release is right here, and the trunk release is right here, and of course to open the hood is right there. This is and another little cubby here right here for coins or whatever the case you want to put in there. All right, let's hop into the back seats, and then we go for a quick drive. Stay tuned for that. Okay, let's step into the back seats of the Lexus ES350. Similar situation, just because this is the base model. Lexus did not skimp on materials. This doesn't have the Mark Levinson sound system. Like I mentioned, this has a standard sound system, but a little bit of piano black here, unfortunately, but car makers have a hard time letting that go. But you do have soft padded, I'm gonna say synthetic leather on the door panels, but feels very nice. I like this little detail here with the stitching. Huge back seat. Let's step in, and I have room for days in here. I have plenty of leg room in here. Plenty of leg room. Headroom is, let me just turn the camera around, not too bad. You know, I'm 5'8". I fit here just fine. And you do have a, of course, glove center console with 2 cup holders right here. And you do have a little pass-through to the trunk because the seats do not fold down. And let me just spin you guys back around. You do have 2 giant pockets behind each seat. Seats are very padded and comfortable. I do like this. Very, very nice. Looks like a floating door handle. Super, super nice. And it feels great to the touch. You do have rear climate vents right here. This model doesn't have heated seats. I'm sure you have to get to the higher model, but you do have more power ports here. You have a cigarette style outlet, and you have 2 USB C port right here, nicely covered and out of the way. Relatively low hump, so if you have to sit, if someone has to sit in the middle, you got to do one of these because you're not going to be able to fit. But there's a look at the cluster and the dashboard, how it looks like, and that is pretty much it. Oh, and you do have, of course, your own individual lights back here. Let me turn off my light so you guys can see what that looks like. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And I'm pretty sure that microphone is for noise canceling while you're driving. All right, let's take this 2025 Lexus ES350 for my first quick drive and final thoughts. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's drive the 2025 Lexus ES350. This is not all-wheel drive, so this is just a regular NA V6, as we say in the business. And off the bat, this is a very, very smooth car. Smooth car. Smooth vehicle. And that V6 engine is just buttery smooth. I mean, you can't find something smoother than this V6. And I just want to give a big thank you to the fine folks at Mount Kisco Lexus in Mount Kisco, New York. If you're in the market for a brand new vehicle, make sure to check them out. Let me just make a quick left here. Silly me, I recorded the driving portion to give you guys a little bit behind the scenes of what it's like to film cars. It was basically, I did a hyperlapse video, and that's not gonna work for me because you can't see me talking. But anyway, this is take 2. So let me do this again real quick before I give this car back, because the fine folks at Lexus allowed me to borrow this car here. And off the bat, yeah, this car is super smooth. You know, and this is in normal mode. If you do want to kind of put it in sport mode, which that's not the mission of this car, but if you do want to, you can. And the throttle responds, and I know immediately I noticed the steering wheel does get a little bit more livelier off the bat. And yeah, if I step on it here real quick, oh yeah, that 2GR FKS wakes up and it's just bam bam. But if you want to go back to normal mode or eco mode will throttle back the power and put the engine in its most efficient manner, so you can get the best fuel economy, obviously. And speaking of fuel economy, let me see what I'm getting. I'm sure I'm not getting that much because I'm driving this car like a hooligan, but well, 21.6, even though I'm driving it like a madman. But yeah, this is a very, very nice car. If you guys are in the market for a buttery smooth, naturally aspirated V6, meaning no turbo, no supercharger, no 4-cylinder, just a buttery smooth V6 that's gonna last you until the end of time, this is a very hard car to beat. And this has been my first review and drive of the 2025 Lexus ES350. Thank you guys for watching, for liking and sharing my videos. And if you want to see my review of the 2026 model, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below, because I will be getting my hands on it as soon as it becomes available. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Take care and stay safe.